Have you ever felt that the world doesn't understand your dreams? That every word you stumble on is mocked? Every chance you miss is used as a weapon to humiliate you? This is a story about a boy named Arjun, a boy who refused to stay silent when the world tried to bury him. A boy who learned that chasing a dream isn't about running away from fear, but charging straight through it. Arjun was 17, tall and lanky, with shy brown eyes that refused to rise from the floor. At the far corner of the college classroom, he would sit hunched, his worn-out shirt hanging loosely from thin shoulders. The world felt like a monstrous beast that towered over him, whispering, "You're not enough." He longed to speak clearly, to master the language that felt like a prison. But every time he tried, the words refused to form. The room would fall silent, and then the laughter would explode, sharp and bitter. He remembered one rainy afternoon when the teacher called him to the front of the class. The assignment was simple: read aloud a page from an English book. Yet as soon as he stood, knees shaking, voice quivering, the words tangled like a net around his tongue. The room roared with laughter. Someone called out, "Go back to where you came from. Arjun, you'll never speak like the rest of us." Humiliated, he sank into silence, swallowing the sting of their words. But deep within, a flame was ignited, not of anger, but of stubborn resolve. That night, under the faint glow of a table lamp, Arjun promised himself he would prove them wrong. The dusty old book became his companion. He would read aloud until the stars winked their approval. The mirror became his witness, reflecting a boy with burning eyes and a heart that refused to give up. The sound of raindrops became a mantra, whispering, "Try one more time, just one more word." Slowly, the boy began to transform. Not overnight, but word by word, breath by breath. Every stumble became a lesson. Every word mastered felt like a victory. Arjun didn't want to fit into their world anymore. He wanted to rise above it. And as the days passed, the boy with shaking knees became the boy with burning conviction, chasing a dream that refused to be extinguished. Months passed, and the boy who was once silenced by laughter now stood before an auditorium packed with students. The walls, adorned with proud banners and flags, shimmered under the harsh light. The room held its breath as Arjun walked to the podium. No shaking knees now, no quivering voice. Only a deep, resonant sound that drew every ear towards him. The boy spoke. Words that came like a flood, words that carried a lifetime of struggle and grit. He spoke of moments when silence felt like a tomb, when rejection felt like a knife. He spoke of nights with a book as his only witness, of mornings when hope felt like a faint whisper. And as he spoke, a shift came over the room. The same students who had once mocked him now watched with wide eyes, as if seeing a different person, one molded by trials, tempered by tenacity. The silence was no longer mocking. It was reverent. In that moment, Arjun understood something profound. The world doesn't respect those who beg for a chance. It respects those who create one. The boy who was silenced became a voice for the silenced, and every word he spoke felt like a hammer breaking the walls that held others back. As he stepped down from the podium, applause surged like a wave. But for Arjun, the sound didn't matter anymore. What mattered was a quiet voice inside that said, "You made it. You proved yourself." In the days that followed, the boy became an example for every student with shaking knees and a quivering voice. The boy became a beacon that lit a path for others to follow. Remember this: the world may laugh at your first attempt, but it will stand in silence when you rise from the ashes of its mockery. Chase your dreams. Not because it's easy, but because every stumble makes the victory sweeter. Speak your truth, no matter how broken it feels at first. The voice that shakes can move mountains. The hands that stumble can build kingdoms. If you're watching this now, remember, it doesn't matter where you came from or how many times you've fallen. What matters is how long you're willing to stand, how hard you're willing to fight, and how deeply you're willing to believe in yourself. The world can doubt you, laugh at you, reject you. But if you have the courage to rise, one word at a time, one step at a time, one breath at a time, you will win.